Alright guys, it's Striker again with another story for all of your listening ears out there. And before I start, I want to let everyone know that to be out here, just out here having sex and getting head and all the other stuff ain't cool unless it's protected and, you know what I'm saying, you know what you're doing and stuff like that. So I just want everybody to know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, be that lame and tell you not to be out here, you know what I'm saying, doing you, but I'm letting you know if you're gonna do it, be safe with it. But today's story, man, it's about, you know, the first time I got head. Now, I know how crazy that shit sound, but in reality, man, that's really what happened, man. Like my first time, man, was crazy, bro, cause I was more, how can I say, I did more goofing around at a certain point in my life than anything, man. Like my 9th grade year, when exactly this happened. So I was over at a friend's house, and I think in the summertime, like right when we just got out of school, coming out of 8th grade, going into the 9th grade, and when we was over there, man, you know, I had, you know, my friend, he was light skinned, man, old pretty ass nigga, man. Like he had hoes, like on the regular. That's just who he was. He was that nigga that had hoes. So while I was over there, you know, he had this one girl that came over there, man, fine little light skinned thing, man. Like slim, she had to be like a good 5'2", skinny, you know what I'm saying? Had some nice titties, nice ass, but she was skinny with it, you know what I'm saying? She was fine as hell, had green eyes, long, curly hair, you know, she was a pretty ass girl. So, you know what I'm saying? But she was a hoe, you know what I'm saying? But he went back there and was pounding her, like right after they had just came from the living room, you know what I'm saying? She was kissing all on the nigga. He didn't kiss her in the mouth though, you know how that rule go. But he went in the room, bro. He was in there pounding her ass, bro. All you heard was all that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I'm laughing at this point, you know, he pounding her ass. So my ass, I done, like, I'm just literally up front just laughing at this point, man. Like, damn, he doing work. So at this point in time, I was like, you know, I'm finna just sit here and wait till he come out the room. So he done came out the room. He walk out with his hands on his hips, like mission accomplished and some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, and just laughing, bro. I was like, shit, bro, I want some ass, bro. And at the time, bro, my virgin ass, I just was talking, bro. I wasn't thinking. He was like, bro, I'll go in there and talk to her, bro. I'm like, oh, you dead ass? And he was like, yeah. So he went in, he put me in with her and whatnot, bro. But yeah, man, at this point, he was just like, alright, bro, I'll walk back there and, you know, I'll say something to her, you know what I'm saying? So my happy ass, old extra virgin ass, had them just, I'm sitting up front just smiling, laughing and shit, like, alright, shit, that's what's up. So I'm just standing there, like, alright, shit, so I fuck something, so I'm in there waiting on him to come back, and she says she don't want to fuck, but she'll give me top, so I was just like, alright, I wasn't too mad about it, so I'm standing there just laughing and shit, like damn, it is what it is. I guess I'll just be having to get top. I'm sorry, I was saying, I'm watching this fight just like y'all, shit. But yeah, man, enough of that, man. I was sitting there waiting on him to come back, and she said, she was too tired to be in there trying to fuck, so she was just like, she'll, you know, give me top. So I walked back there, you know what I'm saying? I damn near skipped to the room, happy as hell. My virgin ass out. That'd been my first time. That was gonna be my first time getting hit. So shit, you already know I was excited, but I'm ready to pull up on the ass. So I walked in the room and shit, you know, I sat on the bed, I started talking to her, you know, we had a few laughs and shit, and then she started sucking on my neck, and I was like, don't do that, and she was like, do what? I was like, don't be sucking on my neck. She was like, why? I was like, cause, I mean, you did just give my nigga top, didn't you? She was just like, I mean, and I was just like, well, I mean, so we just laughed about that, and I was just like, look, I just don't want his juices on me and all that other shit. So she was laughing about that. Yeah, Eventually, shit, I did end up getting head, man. And when I did, man, I was in there folding like a lawn chair, bro. Like, have you ever took a piece of paper, bro, and folded that bit in half and sharpened the end of it where it's folded at, so you'll have you a perfectly folded piece of paper, bro? Or took a lawn chair, folded that bit completely in half. Or you know how them no, you know them chairs, bro, that you take to a football game that you can open up, like open and close up. Just imagine that one chair that you can grab by the handles and close all the way up. I folded it, bro. Like, I literally was in there folding toes, curling, pulling on the cover, eyes rolling, but like, this girl was fine as hell, bro. The green eyes, the hair, she had braces too. Good God, she didn't slice my shit. Like, bro, I don't know, man. Like, that had to be one of the funniest experiences for me. And it's crazy, man. Like, the shit really is crazy, man, because thinking back on it, man, I probably shouldn't have been even doing shit, man. I probably should have been even more worried about school than anything. Because at the time, man, it was so available, man. Anybody else would have got some ass shit. It was available to them like that. So shit, that was just laughing. But at the end of the day, man, this shit is just funny, man. Like, just thinking about it, because I literally was in there folding that day, man. I damn near pulled the damn, you know, the sheet that you actually wrap around the mattress, man, and then the other sheets come on top of that. I damn near pulled that motherfucker off the mattress. Like, nigga was in that bit. When I say eyes rolling back, nigga, I stopped damn near started singing to her. I was rubbing my hands through her head, there, rubbing my hands across her cheek gently. You know what I'm saying? Shit, she pampering me right now, shit. So you already know I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, give her the love that she deserves. But yeah, man, but shit, it's crazy because later on that week I ended up fucking, but that's another story for another day, man. At this point, man, the story over, but this fight isn't. So I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of this fight, and I want y'all to have a great day.
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down.